And we are back with the fifth segment, of the GSMC Basketball Podcast, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. And in this fifth segment, I got some big news. You see the bottom of that headline? That's right. The Liberty play the Indiana Fever tomorrow at 1 p.m. on ABC. And I'm going to be going to that game personally. So, my parents were able to get tickets for the game because, they know a guy that works in that Madison Square Garden. They know a guy that works in that little arena over there that the Liberty go into. And because of that, we got tickets. And since we got tickets, we're going to see Caitlin. And because of the, I do host a basketball podcast. If you guys want to see all the reactions that I have, I'm going to be uploading a bunch of shorts just talking about the game, like, while I'm over there, and just, like, showing a bunch of, I'm going to check to see if I have, like, the legal rights to be able to show you guys, like, my own footage of the game while I'm over there. Depending on how good my seats are, maybe I'll show you guys, like, stuff, like, clips on the court and this, that, and the other. But I'm definitely going to be talking a lot about the game, and I'm definitely going to be doing a bunch of shorts tomorrow. So be sure to tune into those shorts if you guys are interested in what I have to say and, like, what the game is, like, exactly what happens, this, that, and the other. But so far, just a little bit of the history just a little bit of what's going on in the WNBA right now. So the New York Liberty, they're 2-0. They actually recently played the Indiana Fever yesterday, and they completely blew them out of the water, 102-66. Caitlin played horribly in that game and was really, really bad at shooting the ball and was bad at turning the ball over, everything. She was just not the same player that we're used to seeing. She shot 1 for 7 from 3, 2 for 8 from the field, and only had 9 points. She's been really underwhelming in her debut. But, again, you can't really expect someone to be so good just right out the gate. Like, not everybody is LeBron James. I mean, granted, I thought she was going to be good right out the gate, but there is a lot of pressure that she's facing now. There's also a target on her back, simply because she was the highest protege in the in women's basketball. And with that target on her back, there's going to be a lot more pressure and a lot better defense being played on her than usual. Now, Brianna Stewart, she had 31 points in this game. Sabrina Ionescu didn't really play that well in this game either, but she made them count. 6 for 14 with 14 points. Again, not very efficient, but regardless, still made it count. And a win is a win is a win. And that's really all that matters. And the team shot poorly from 3, 8 for 27, but it was still good enough to beat the Indiana Fever, which just shows, like, how much work that the Fever still need to have. And now they're going into this next game playing the Liberty at home. I wouldn't be surprised if the results are going to be exactly the same in this game, but regardless, still going to have fun going to this game. I'm still going to talk about the game. I'm still going to cover a little bit about the game while I'm there. And I'm still going to do, a couple of recordings about that. But that's all that I really wanted to say about this segment, simply because I just wanted to let everybody know that I would be going to this Liberty game / Indiana Fever game, whatever you want to call it. It'll be the first WNBA game that I'm actually going to be attending, which is kind of sad to admit, but unfortunately, that's just how it goes. We weren't interested in WNBA up until now, and no one was interested in the WNBA up until now, and that's all right. I feel bad for not being interested in it until now, but unfortunately, there was just nobody in the WNBA that really caught my attention. They weren't doing anything that I haven't seen before. Now that Caitlin's in the WNBA, there will be a star, and there's definitely, like, a lot more that she can do on the court than everyone else. But she does have that slow start. So, because of that slow start, I'm not going to say that she is the one yet, but we do have to see how it develops later on in the future. We just have to give her some more time. Granted, I'm very surprised that we need to give her time and we didn't give, and like Angel Reese, the media is giving Angel Reese so much backlash for her just doing what she does. Like, she was getting backlash for going at the Met Gala. Everyone was like, why is she at the Met Gala? Why isn't she focused on her game? Meanwhile, she's out here scoring all the points that she can and winning in almost every single game that she could. I mean, let me just go ahead and pull up the scores last game. So, let me just see. Because I know she's I remember she was 2-0 and she was winning and she was doing a very good job in playing. I mean, they lost that game, pardon me, but she played really well in the next game no, she didn't even play well that game. Excuse me. Angel Reese, she played pretty well, but the rest of the team just didn't play that well. Ugh. Not very good. Not very good coming in from Angel. But regardless, she's still definitely putting up a lot more points than Caitlyn in these few games. Even though it's only the start of the season for these women. So it's a little bit unfair saying that they gotta be a little bit better. It's a little bit unfair to say that both of those girls need to be better. They are rookies still, and I feel like we should just take their time with them. I mean, that's not saying that I'm going to bubble wrap Caitlyn every single time that she plays bad. If she plays bad, I'm going to let you guys know that she plays bad. And it really doesn't matter to me because it's that's the truth. If you play bad, you play bad. Plain and simple. Everyone has their bad games, everyone has their good games. Nothing wrong with that, plain and simple. So that's basically all I have to say and all I have to talk about in this fifth segment. So thank you so much for tuning into the GSMC Basketball Podcast presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and be sure to leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. And we also like to remind you to please use the link in the description to get your comments recognized, or the link displayed below the ticker on every single show segment. It is GSMCPodcast.net. Really helps the show, makes the show much more interactive between myself and you guys. That's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Nelson. I will see you guys at the Liberty game, and as always, take care.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great.